welcome to another Warframe video. In this video I'm going to be showing you a short guide on how to use Intrinsics, the weapons over there, Warframes, and kind of talking about this whole space as a whole and how I think you should use Intrinsics and the reasoning behind those. Firstly, if you go over here, you can see that opportunity is the highest for me. The next comes endurance. I believe those two are the most important for Intrinsics and all of these ones that you can get. I believe writing is probably the least effective one. I don't think many people stay on the horse when they're trying to defeat enemies or complete a wave or anything else like that. I think it makes sense to have all of these other ones up. The reason opportunity is up, and maybe you're confused why combat isn't up if you're maybe a low rank, or even with this one it doesn't really matter what rank you are because you all have the same opportunities to get the same weapons and everything else like that, except for the Warframe parts. However, when it comes to just the weapons that you can get in Duviri and get access to right away with your operator, then combat would be useful. However, I don't see it affecting it that much. If you go in here, the next one would be cooldown. This one is having your Warframe go into Duviri with your operator. So instead of hitting 5 on your Warframe, your operator pops out. This is just going to be the opposite. Now opportunity, what this does is this helps with that as well. If you can see right here, I have one decree right away. That is from going through opportunity. Gain a free decree when you enter Duviri. So that's what rank 3 does and how you get that bottom part where you can start off with a decree pick. That could be help for critical chance, health, anything else like that. So for endurance and combat, rarely you have those decrees to help you. The reason endurance is up for me is because I like the fact that you selecting a decree fully restores health and energy. You can get one additional revive, you can get more health. I like that because it's not like you have shield and health, so it's really beneficial to have a lot of health, but I try to spend it evenly along with opportunity. Now opportunity you might have seen in a lot of thumbnails because I'm very late to explain all of this, but if you go to rank 10, there's a stranger in black. If you read this and you know a bit about Warframe, you've been here a while, you know that this is Stalker. An unlikely ally will occasionally appear in Teshin's cave as a playable Warframe. So this is Stalker, and a lot of people have been really, I guess, hyped about it, and I've really been excited about it. The main reason that I got opportunities for rank 9, high value vendor. This is so you can get or purchase an arcane from pathos clamps, which is when you defeat the worm after every 6 waves, after every bounty, we'll call it. After every mission, every bounty, you can defeat the worm and you get 10 pathos clamps. Those can be used for Rivens, all other, neurodes, whatever they have in that store, which I'll show you in a second. But that is the main reason I got opportunity, as well as they come with other benefits. So if you saw just briefly, all the Warframes are filled out and all of the weapons are filled out as well. So that is very good if you're trying to get the most chance you can get with either weapons that you have fully upgraded that you want to use, or even trying out some different things. A lot of times they have weapons and frames you might not have yet, which is okay. I mean, everybody probably doesn't have all the Warframes unless you've been here for a while. So that's all of that I feel like I need to describe. If you go over here, you can see all the weapon choices. So if you've noticed, I have a different weapon than you might have right now or started off with. Everybody started off with the Sun and Moon. When you get this, you have the ultimate attack of this. Each one of these has their different thing. So this one has this heavy attack, and everything else has their own different heavy attack when you aim in. Now the bonus with this is you can get this from pathos clamp. So if you do 5 of these missions, then you're going to get 50 pathos clamp. You get 10 each. And this comes with a blueprint for your Warframe in the regular missions, in the regular star chart. And then this is the one that you can get right away that the operator can hold as soon as you purchase it. Now, please do not spend any platinum on this. It is not worth it at all. It doesn't take that long to just fly through all these missions and just go to the worm, boom, 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 you're done. As long as you obviously have enough weapon power for it and enough damage from your weapons to deal out to the little rings around the worm and everything else like that. They do give you a sentinel gun, but you'll figure that out as you go through the missions. So I'm going to try to stay away from that and not describe it, because a lot of these things you're just going to figure out on your own. Of course, there's your horse over there. You probably have already been over there. You just customize it, color code it, everything else like that. If you go back here, this little glowy thing, this is the Dorma Zone, but this is also where you can purchase some things if you're not already outside in the Duviri. And now once you're out here, you can still use your Intrinsics over here. So you can still use everything over here. And then right here is where you can purchase some things. So when I was talking about the pathos clamp, this is where it's going to be used. So you have things like this, where you have a lot of ribbons and they're fairly cheap. You only have to do maybe 2 missions. For this one, it needs 20 pathos clamp. This one needed 15, so you still need 2 for each, but in total you're going to need about 4. And then this is what rank 9 is going to unlock. So you could get this arcane, which this specific one is on headshot game, plus 300% damage on your next shot. So that's the type of stuff I'm talking about, where you don't have to really grind or you have to do so many missions for it. You have to do 2 of these missions to defeat the worm 2 times to just get 1 arcane. And it's the same thing with all the ribbons. Now also, if you see here, there's a purchase limit reached. This is briefly described, I believe, if you do it too often. I knew this was a thing, I forget how, but I'm pretty sure they described that there is a limit on the ribbons you can do in a day. This expires after 24 hours of your purchase on it. After it locks it, it says limit has reached. But I can still get a companion one, I just can't get a pistol one for another day. They have these added decorations too that you could put in the dormer zone, some resources as well, but I don't believe these are really worth it. I mean, this is really easy to get. Same thing with this, kind of easy. A lot of these actually are all easy, but a lot of the big ones are pathos clamps, and this one right here is you doing puzzles. Now that's going to be a whole separate video, so be prepared for that to come out. Again, I know I'm very late on this, but I still want mine to be somewhat helpful and maybe even easier to understand or better detailed than other people. I hope you enjoyed this video. Hopefully the background gameplay was enough to keep you entertained with my boring ass voice. Now, if you have any questions, I'd love to answer them, especially if I can. I would imagine most of them I can. If you just have any comments about this style of video or this video in general, please let me know. Again, I love all the comments and feedback. It really helps me improve this channel, and we're getting really close to that 1,000 subscriber marker. So I'm really thankful for that, and I can't wait for that to happen. Now, with all that said, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.